ladies. Now, who can tell me what happened on the 5th of November, 1894? Yes, Britta. Coronation of King Joshua Kingsley, my very first ancestor ever to grace the throne in Camden, and the beginning of our current royal family. Correct, Britta. You're becoming quite well versed in the history of Camden. Congratulations. I never thought I'd see you get this far. Well, thank you, Vera. Things are just coming so much more easily to me now that I actually kind of care about them. Well, I'm very glad to hear. You should all take a lesson from Britta. Shouldn't we always? Oh, well. Now, ladies, I have some very important business to take care of with Britta. There's a royal ball coming up next week, and she needs to practice a proper waltz for it. So I'm going to leave both of you to go ahead and practice dancing on your own, all right? In private time with Britta. You have something to share with us, Miss Wesley? No. All right, Vera, let's go. After you, Your Highness. Well, I guess we can practice one of those waltzes that Vera's taught us. After all, we really should know them for the ball next week. Who's to say we're even going? I mean, we're only invited half of the time anyway. Mothers are always invited, so I'm sure we'll be regular guests one day. One day. I want to be a regular guest right now. Come now, Willa. We can't really have any control over that now, can we? So we might as well practice just in case. I mean, it's likely that we will be invited. If it's an important ball, and not if Henry's there. What do you mean, Willa? What do you mean about Henry? Who's he? Your Royal Highness is Prince Charming, who will be coming to her rescue very soon to turn her into the queen that this country needs. Britta's sister's queen. She's not going to be the queen. Don't be ridiculous. The way things work out for her, I wouldn't be surprised. She takes everything from me. My throne, my birthright, my prince. You just want everything that she has. You really should stop being so jealous of her, you know. Don't take orders from you. I'm just so sick of playing second fiddle to Your Highness. Well, you know what? I'm gonna do something about it. Class is dismissed. Willa, Vera told us to practice waltzing. I mean, you never know, we could be invited. See if I care. I need to go speak with my mother anyway. See you later. Oh, okay. Oh, and Vera's saying I'm doing an excellent job in everything. Apparently everything I'm doing is improving so much. You know, I know so much more about Camden, and my dancing's better, my tea is better. Everything a princess could really need is better. I'm really starting to fit into this role. Oh yes, you have a really important ball next week, don't you? How excited are you? As excited as I could possibly feel. I mean, I get to see Henry again, and I haven't seen him in months. He's been busy and away, and it's been really unfortunate, but I get to see him again, and I get to dress up, and oh, I'm just excited. Well, I'm glad you're finally out of that rut that you were in. Well, I'm not out of it entirely. I mean, I miss Charlotte so much since she's moved away, but I'm happy for her. I mean, she's a princess now. Her mother married a king. And Hamilton must be so nice, according to what she says in her letters. I mean, I can't wait to go visit her. Lily says we can go visit her next month. I'm glad. It must be really hard not having a best friend around. Be silly, Gemma. I have a best friend. She's you. Princess isn't exactly supposed to be best friends with her servant. Don't be ridiculous. Gemma, I'm not being ridiculous. You're the best friend any girl could possibly have. Don't be silly. You're the one who's being ridiculous. Meeting at 4, important dinner at 6. Look, it's Lily. Maybe she's available for lunch. I haven't talked to her in such a long time. I mean, it's hardly like we're sisters anymore. I can't. Oh, Lil. Hey, are you busy at lunch today? Oh, Britta. Well, I don't think so, but I don't know. You've been busy every day for the last month. Can't you take one lunch to visit your sister? I mean, I know you're the queen and everything, but come on, family's important too. That's what royalty's all about. I have a meeting today at lunch. How about in 2 weeks? Will that be all right with you? Lil, I never see you anymore. What's so important? I have a lot going on right now, all right? Just go have lunch with Gemma. 2 weeks from now, I promise, okay? How do I know you're not going to break that promise? Just believe me, I won't, all right? If I could, I promise I'd have lunch with you. You're my sister. Of course I want to spend time with you. I just can't right now. Things are really busy, okay? 2 weeks. Got that? Lily. 2 weeks. Gemma, what is it that's so important that she can't even visit her own sister anymore? Vera hasn't exactly been instructing you guys on the current events, has she? What do you mean? I mean that Camden's currently in a disastrous state as far as economy goes, and poor Lily's been just going to meeting after meeting after meeting trying to figure out a way to get the country back afloat. So far, nothing that she's thought of has worked, except for something. Well, Gemma, what's that supposed to mean? Everyone's been talking about it down in the kitchen lately. Turns out your sister has a new plan to get Camden back together, but she doesn't know how it's going to work, and the people of the country aren't exactly thrilled about it. What is it, and why haven't I heard about it yet? Staff of the palace always knows everything first. I mean, we work with all the royal dignitaries and share all our information, so of course we know what's going on. And it's, well, controversial. Come on, please tell me. And I'll tell you, but only because she's making a speech about it tonight, okay? Hey, so what's the big secret? Vera's teaching you about history, so you know what the Topaz of Camden is, right? Of course I know what that is. That's that big fancy rock that they keep in the big vault downstairs in the dungeons of the palace. I heard it's the most important artifact to Camden's history. We've had it for centuries and centuries, and we've always had it, and it's very valuable and very important. So you do know about it. Well, your sister's intending to sell it to some very, very rich collector in order to try and get the country back stable again. But we can't just sell it, and who would buy it anyway? Some billionaire who's long since moved out of the country but has historical roots here, so they thought they'd buy it, I guess, for a few billion, trillion dollars, I'm not even sure, but whatever it is, it's able to get us back together again. Of course the people will be mad about it. That's not just belong to the royal family, that belongs to all the people in the country. They are mad about it, and there isn't really anything they can do, though. I mean, unless they want to stay in such a awful economic state. This is all we can really do. Anything else we've tried just failed to work. That's what Lily's all stressed about, selling that big fancy topaz. Well, no wonder, I don't blame her anymore. Hey, Gemma, do you want to go get lunch? I'll go fetch it and bring it to your room in a few moments. No, I mean you and me are going to go to the dining hall and enjoy lunch together because we're best friends. No buts, come on, let's go. Mother! Whatever could it be, darling? Mother, I am sick of this insolence! Is it now, Willa? My wit's end of watching Britta live my life. Well, honey, I told you, Mommy's got everything under control. Why am I still watching her be prepared to rule just in case her sister, the stupid queen of the country, is ruling the place when it should be me? Why, Mother, why? Because, Willa, darling, these things take time. They aren't immediate. Now, would you just calm yourself down? Mother, what are you intending to do about this? Well, darling, would you calm down for a moment and just allow Mommy to show you? Here. I've recently had something handled. Have you heard about Her Majesty's recent plan to get the Camden economy back afloat? To sell that stupid topaz that all the peasants are so crazy about, as if it's worth much. I mean, if it was, it'd be part of my jewelry collection now, wouldn't it? Darling is where you're wrong. That topaz is worth quite a bit. However, it won't be worth anything if it's missing. What are you getting at? I had one of my men snatch it from its safe this morning. The Queen will have a difficult time selling something that isn't there, now won't it, she? That's dandy, Mother, that you've stolen the topaz so that the Queen can't sell it off. But here's the problem. How is that going to get me on the throne? 'Cause, my darling, if you paid any attention to your history lessons, you would know that this is a very important artifact to the country. And if it goes missing, why, the peasants will go wild, crazy, storming the palace, and they'll demand that such an irresponsible queen that could lose such a treasure be thrown from the throne. Meaning that you, the next in line, besides her bratty little sister, who will of course be sent off with her, possibly executed, that will leave the throne for you. Really? Will this be happening soon? She's making her speech tonight now, isn't she? Thank you so much, Mother. Oh my goodness, I have to go and prepare myself for my very own coronation. I'll see you later this evening. Thank you. And all this work for that little brat will pay off. I mean, of course, she'll have to hand the throne over to me. She's not nearly ready or old enough to handle an entire country. But she gets her shining moment, and I'll get mine. Of course, I'll have to get her in on the deal, but of course she'll listen to Mother now, won't she?